What's up, guys? Wanted to take a few minutes in this video to talk about your food supply. I wrote an article recently on my website at boomsticktactical.com where I talk about building a prepper food supply, prepper storage. But something I want you to think about is, how are you going to replenish that food supply when it runs out? You know, if you store up a year's supply of food, what's going to happen when that year runs out? You might want to check into doing something like this. You need to find a way to replenish what you are having, what you have. What you can store up is only good for as long as it lasts, and then eventually it's going to run out. There's a lot of things that you can do. There's a lot of ways out there that you can grow your own garden, that you can do other things to help replenish that food supply. For me, for my property, I've got plenty of ground to do that, and that's something that we do each year. And we make sure that there is food canned. We actually will preserve a lot of the things that come out of the garden. And some of the stuff that we had for supper just the other night, stuff come out of the garden from last year. That's an important skill, being able to preserve the foods that you have, being able to grow, being able to hunt, fish, that sort of thing. Those are all very important skills, especially during a disaster, when your grocery stores are closed, that sort of thing. Being able to hunt, being able to fish, you've got to do what you've got to do to be able to prepare your family and yourself. The more that you know, the better off you're going to be. The more skills that you have, the more that you can do to preserve food, to grow food, and to harvest your own food is only going to benefit you. That's something that you as an individual need to learn how to do. If you don't know how to hunt, find a friend that does. Learn the skills necessary for you to survive. Some of my blackberries, a lot of these, you can see here, we had a freeze a while back that actually got a lot of them. But here on my property, I have blackberries. You can see here, these are nowhere near ripe. They're just getting good and bright red. But eventually, these will turn black. And I've got a few places here on my property where we have blackberries. You can see these here already starting to turn. And this is just one of the few locations to where here on our property we have something that, that could be kind of a treat, but it is a food source. Back behind me, down there, you can see it here. That is a very well stocked catfish pond. Okay, if I want fresh fish, right there, all I got to do is to walk down to that pond with my fishing pole, some bait, and I can catch some fish. That's something that we've done. That's something that we've invested the time in, and that is one of a few ways that we have taken steps to be able to replenish our food supplies. I believe that it's good to have food stored up for the event of something happening, but at the same time, you got to be able to replenish that food supply. Anything you can do to replenish the food that you use, it's going to make your storage food last much longer. Okay, if you only have a year's worth of food stored up, or just a couple months, or just whatever amount of food that you have, what happens when it runs out? If you're working on growing your own food, if you have resources on your own property, if you've invested in the time, the money, the labor to develop those resources on your own property, then you can extend out that food supply longer than your initial thoughts. You might be able to take that food supply for a year, stretch it out, several months past that. But anyways, guys, this is just something that I want you to think about. I think that it is a very important thing for everyone to be able to do, to be able to replenish their own food, to be able to grow their own food, hunt their own food. that sort of thing. We've seen with all this COVID stuff how that, you know, the grocery stores, they're going to run out of stuff, okay? And if you don't have it, if they don't have it, you can't go get it from them. But guys, this is just a quick video I wanted to do. I just wanted to show you a few things, talk to you about a few things. Let me know your thoughts. I want to know what you are doing now since all of the COVID, the quarantine and all that. What are you doing differently when it comes to your food supply? Are you growing a garden? I know around here that is something that a lot more people are doing. Of course, this is a farming community, but people that have not grown gardens for years are growing gardens this year. Let me know what you're doing. I'd love to hear from you. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching the video. Be sure to subscribe. Check out the rest of the videos on the channel. Be sure to share the videos. That way it kind of helps to overcome YouTube deranking and suppressing my videos. It's something that they do. But guys, let me hear from you. Thanks for watching. Check out the links down below, and we'll see you next time. And when it comes to breakfast, who doesn't love eggs? And when you can't find them at the store, you're gonna have to do without. But you get you a few of these, you'd be surprised how many eggs you'll get.